What's up, my social media family? It's your boy Drowsy Rodriguez, aka Rudy Rodriguez, here with your first episode of Sense Makes Money, little financial video I got for you guys. I got a lot of people going in my inbox since I've been talking about stocks and stuff. Just on a little bit to help through this pandemic and let our money work for us and us not work for our money. Let's get it. Alright, with our first question, what do I gotta do to get started to get invested in the stock market? First things first, you need a broker and or app to use to trade your stocks, to buy stocks, to get more information from your stocks. The ones I go through currently, I go through Cash App, I go through Robinhood, and I am currently in E-Trade, but I think I'm going to transition to TD Ameritrade. That's just personal preference. Cash App is really easy to maintain, look at, and just watch your numbers grow or decline. Robinhood, I like it because it's free trading and it gives you a vast majority of information on the weekly highs, the weekly lows, when you should buy, just options and scenarios, and it tells you a lot of information in one app. So I like those two. Those are my two go-tos. So secondly, after you get your app and everything set up through your bank account and everything like that, people ask, how much money do I need to start investing in the stock market? You can have any amount of dollars to start investing in the stock market. I think the sooner the better, and the younger the better as well. If I would have knew about this 5-10 years ago, I probably not only wouldn't be making these videos, I'd probably be sitting on the beach somewhere chilling at the Caribbean. But instead, I went through a stockbroker when I was young and ended up charged a lot of fees and ended up losing a lot of money. So I ended up just trying to learn more about it for myself and do it myself instead of having a middleman that's just gonna take a percentage or take a fee every time I ask them to do something for me. So that's what motivated me to want to teach people and show people how to do it for themselves. I'm no stockbroker. I do not work in any financial institution. I'm completely by myself, and I'm not rich, but I'm making money. I'm financially stable during this pandemic just because I plan for stuff like this, and hopefully we could all plan together and build and grow together. Let's do it. One thing I like to do before I go buy some Nike shoes, I like to look at the stocks and try to buy at the lowest point of that day and buy some Nike stocks before I buy the Nike shoes, because if I'm spending money with them, then hopefully all together that money works for me and I make interest off of the money I invested. So just, pay attention to the things that you do often. If you go to Starbucks every day, maybe it's a good thing you invest in Starbucks, because you're not going to let them go out of business because you're going there every single day. So just one thing is, I look at the stock market as a bucket. I use buckets as a financial system. I have different buckets for different things. The bank is a bucket. My investments are a bucket. Real estate profits bucket, and just different savings or passive income as a different bucket. So with that being said, I like to utilize my buckets, so if one empties, I have other ones with structure and other buckets to help rejuvenate the money that was lost at the other bucket. So the stock market is my 20% bucket. I got 50% towards our necessities, bills, things of that nature. 30% goes to our savings, and that's like the bank, very little interest, and then 20% goes into the stock market. And at 20%, I have been pushing more now lately because the stocks have declined so much. So I've been pushing a lot of money into the stock market because they're at all-time low, and if you buy low and sell high, that's the main goal of the stock. So think of a percentage in your mind, how much you want to make off of that money. Say you put $100 in, you want to make 20 to 25%. That's my average, is I want to make 20-25% off of my dollars. So make $125, and then I start watching my stocks more carefully, because I made my 25%. Now I want to try to increase it as much as possible, but I don't want to go under my 25%. So once it starts increasing, I start watching it more so that I don't get less than 25%. When should I sell my stocks? Stocks are meant for longevity. You want to stay in the stocks and keep putting money into it just like a savings account and a bank account. So the more you do it, the more you mentally become conscious of doing it, the more you save and the more you put in these buckets, the more they're going to start filling up, and the more that they're going to start increasing in value and increasing in profits as well. And I think the biggest thing with us is that we get a chunk of money and we want to spend it on the first thing that we want instead of the things that are going to help build for our future. And with the stocks, that's a perfect way to just put in 20, 50. Every day I spend probably $50 to $100 on stocks. Just try to get it at the lowest point. Not every day, but recently I have been. Just because stocks have been so low, and I just want to go ahead and get my feet in the door. And the more you get used to it, the more you get used to the numbers and seeing them grow and decline, and know when they're going to grow and when they're going to decline. I think the biggest margin of error is right when the stocks open. It's either going to go up really high or it's going to go down really quick. And I think that's what's going to transition your day and tell you how your stock market day is going to go, is what happened at the opening. I use the Apple stock app. If you don't have Apple, you can probably find one on Android. I'm pretty sure they have it. I'm going to go ahead and go to my favorite right now that I've been looking at a lot, Cedar Point. This is the timeline right up here, right up top, of 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. I like looking at the 5-year overall, just to see what their record lows were in last 5 years and just get an average, a run of how their numbers are. Lowest was 47.98 cents in 2019 within the last 5 years. Right now, you're at 20.92. So you're probably going to be, I just on estimate would say double, if not maybe triple in the next 3 to 4 months if you would invest in Cedar Point right now. So I think everybody is pretty familiar with graphs. You know, if you could tell in the last 5 years they haven't been under $47, and right now, just during this pandemic, they're at $20.92. I think it's pretty safe to say that they are pretty well-winning company and pretty strong. So that's my time to buy. One other thing I like to look at right down here is the PE ratio right there of 6.9. And I read a couple articles where Warren Buffett says if it's under 10 and you think it's a strong company, it's go ahead and time to buy. Let's go ahead and look at Carnival. This is another one I've been looking at. It's a cruise line. Last 5 years, they haven't gone under, I want to say about $43. Right now, it's at $12.40 because nobody's going on cruises during this pandemic. And I think that's a pretty strong company. I haven't been on a cruise myself, but I would like to make some money to go on a cruise. So let's go ahead and buy some shares while you can. We're going to look at Cash App. We're going to go ahead and look at Cash App as well. And this is one of my favorites because it's really easy. If you want to go ahead and send me a quick donation, I won't be mad. My username is $DROWZY93. Again, it's DROWZY93. But if you go down here, right here to this wiggly sign right here, that's where the stocks are. And I'm going to give you guys a live feed of what's going on in my stocks. So these are some of my top stocks. I got Kohl's, Carnival, Nike, Coca-Cola, S&P 500, The Trust, Six Flags. Six Flags is another good one. Facebook, Gold, Apple, Disney. Disney I think is a little overpriced, but hey, to each their own. Royal Caribbean Cruises, I think that's going to be a good one here. Let's see. So this is a learning curve right here. You see these big negative numbers right here? Actually, we're catching these numbers on the way down. So I was trying to catch a falling knife, what they like to say in stock terms. Check out my boy on Minority Mindset on YouTube. He's really good and teaches me a lot of my financial needs. But basically, I was trying to buy a stock while they were plummeting and going down, and instead of waiting for it to hit that bottom number and start going up. So that's why my numbers are so low, but I'm still investing and I'm still throwing in a little bit here and there just to try to redeem from the losses that I've already made. So I have some stocks that are making money, but I bought so many at a high rate that I lost a lot through those high rates. But it's okay, that's what we're here to live and learn. Another thing I like about this app is that it tells you the biggest movers and the biggest daily. So I just pay attention to those, and see Big Lots was up 23% today, and you know, it's just something you want to be aware of, and just watch what grows and what goes down the quickest. So I really like this app just because it's easy, convenient, tells you everything you need to know really quickly. Another one I like to use is Robinhood, for that favorite one that I've been talking about, the fun, which is Cedar Point. Honestly, I like this one a lot too because it has a lot of graphs, tells you everything that you need to know right then and there. And I love the stats. That's pretty awesome. Analyst rating tells you if you should buy or not. 86% buy. So with that being said, you know, look, like I said, I try to buy a little bit every day. And right now I think they're a little high at 20, but you could still make money. It's still profitable. I like going under 20. My average is at $19.32, so I like staying at around that average. I don't want to go over $20 because then I'll be losing a little bit more. So with that being said, you guys can start buying in now. I would wait till there's one more bad day and then start buying as much as you possibly can. And I promise you, I can't make promises because this isn't a fair trade or something like that, but promise that you'll like the results that you see in a few months. And the same thing with the airlines. So just be on the lookout, guys. Take care. God bless. I hope everything goes well. I hope you guys can profit from this. Enjoy. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have any other questions or comments. I'll be more than happy to help you.